say that. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. He repeated something, whether willingly or unwillingly, that right-wingers have been saying since the beginning of fucking Pride Month or even before. And they've said it about every other fucking marginalized identity in the past. It's an intolerant perspective, okay? It's one that is also objectively incorrect. And at a time when there is so much fucking anti-queer legislation being passed left and right in fucking states where the people themselves are not even asking for this and the right-wing legislators are doing it on their own volition, of course, that kind of fucking rhetoric is going to cause a brand to say, no, I don't want to work with you anymore. What the fuck are you doing? Okay? You get that? Being a parent doesn't automatically change that. You can teach your child whatever you want to teach your child, okay? You probably shouldn't teach your child that like being gay or being trans is wrong, obviously. And you should probably teach your child that, you know, trans and gay people exist in society and it's perfectly normal and it's perfectly fine. Teach them acceptance so they don't become fucking dumbasses later down the line, hateful dumbasses later down the line who don't understand why things are the way they are and are just like, you know, lashing out at the fucking world because their parents taught them wrong. But as far as this kind of shit goes, okay, you can't say I accept everyone's opinion and then simultaneously say, but I don't accept schools. I don't accept schools teaching kids that LGBT people exist. Okay, if you understand that that's how we need to, if you agree with that, we all need to learn how to get along, then wonderful. Then you probably shouldn't come out of the gates and defend a group of fucking psychotic weirdos like the fucking Proud Boys, okay? Whether willingly or unwillingly, whether because you knew what they were doing or you didn't know what they were doing. But the fact that like if you came out of the gate swinging as a prominent media person, yes, of course brands are going to fucking retaliate towards that, especially on fucking Pride Month. That's the other thing. The other part of this is like, it's literally the one time he's not going to be able to get away with saying some shit like that. That's actually the kind of funnier part about this subject matter is that like what's happening? Is this what we're doing? We're just like fucking, we're just gonna channel the narrative that like, you know, gay people are groomers actually. Like that's insane. That is a fucking insane thing to say. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay?
That's embarrassing. Holy shit.
We, as content creators, are profoundly fortunate motherfuckers, okay? We are some of the luckiest people on the planet. We hit the lottery. We hit the lottery every day. I hit the lottery every fucking day that I can hit start streaming, okay? Same goes for Nick. We're loved by our fan base. We have a tremendous amount of responsibility because of that reason. And when that's the case, you can't just fucking, you're not talking to your neighbor. You can't just like go and put your brand on something that's so hateful. There are probably, in the Nick Merckx fan base, in the M fam, there's probably trans people. There's probably gay people in there. You know what I mean? They're going to see that. Maybe some of them are going to go, well, I just want to see this in the most charitable light possible. Maybe he didn't mean that like he, you know, hates people. He hates people like me and thinks we're automatically grooming people. Okay? Stop saying not many. When you're that big of a fucking normie face and content creator, like there's plenty of people. It doesn't matter. I'm sure there are. You know what I mean? This wasn't just like this wasn't like completely random, completely unprompted. You know what I mean? It was very directed towards a particular subject matter. And it was like it painted him in the worst possible light that he could have been painted in. I don't think you understood that. But that's Dr. Disrespect, and now he's uninstalling COD, and he says he won't be returning.
Gotta do. It's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time. I feel like, A, they either need to apologize publicly to him.
Yeah. He was one of his trans fans talking about it. I don't even know what to say. Nick is someone I've looked up to so much in this scene ever since he stepped into it. I've always respected his grind to get better, but this just fucking sucks to see, knowing this is how he really sees people like me. There you go. There you fucking go, man. You guys are crazy when you think that, like, a content creator as big as Nick doesn't have any fucking trans or gay followers, man. Don't say one trans person, Lamau. Don't be fucking stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay? That's the entire point. That's the entire point of people who are, like, usually just not openly political and how they create their content. There's fucking trans gamers that probably like Ginny and like watch her content, and now they fucking feel like you hate them. This is my message to all the streamers who engage in this sort of behavior when they say this sort of shit, is that you have members in your audience who fucking love you, okay? Who love you, who adore you, who want to give you money, and then when you fucking say shit like this, you literally are making them cry, you're hurting them, you're hurting their fucking feelings, and you're denying them of their humanity pretty much. Like, you make them feel like fucking shit. So if you're not going to do it out of being kind, just think about it at least from the point of view of, making money, I guess, or not harming someone in your community. Especially because when you say stuff like that,
you don't love the spirit of
it
justice.
then makes that stream a toxic place for people. And that toxicity continues off the fucking. Yep. That was more than 3 years ago at this point. That was actually 4 years ago. Yeah. I don't think that Chad understands that this person is coming out as trans on Twitter to speak out against this. That puts them in the crosshairs. Also, most people are not on Twitter. And if they are, they're definitely not posting. Yeah, 20% of the American, 20% of Americans are on Twitter, dude. It's a tiny fucking fraction. It's important people that actually drive discourse, the broader discourse, like media members and whatnot, but still. What about you with your MAGA friends you insult every day? That's actually a great take. Don't you ever worry about hurting the feelings of your MAGA fans? Yeah, being trans is not the same as being a conservative, dog. You know what I mean? Like, you can just stop being fucking stupid, okay? You don't just stop being trans. The only way to stop being trans is when you fucking kill yourself, okay? That's how you stop being trans. And that's exactly what happens when there's so much fucking hatred all over the goddamn place. Like, I know you're joking, but come on. I am incredibly open-minded to people who have right-wing perspectives that want to understand, that want to hear a different perspective, that want to change their minds. I yell at the rigid leftists in this community sometimes more than I yell at right-wingers. Remember, okay? Because I am a firm believer that plenty of Republicans out there, Republican voters out there, are just duped. Okay, they think that this is the right thing. They're angry, they're duped, and you have a party that is basically channeling that frustration, at least at a vector, whereas the other side is basically saying, no, nothing is wrong, and we're going to actually do nice things, but then they don't end up doing those nice things at all. We have a feckless, ineffective, cowardly Democratic Party, and then a aggressive, violent, reactionary Republican Party that actually does get shit done and does tell you, here's what's wrong in society. You're feeling the hurt, and the reason why you're feeling this hurt is because gay people are grooming your children. It's because trans people are grooming your children. It's because there are demonic pedophiles, okay? They do that so well. Oh, it's because immigrants are coming over the border and stealing your fucking jobs. It's never the business owners that are at fault here. Do not worry. Those are the good guys. It's the fucking random immigrants the random asylum seekers that are at fault here. It's all built around lies. Okay? It sucks. I'm not checking your last message. Do you think calling the guy a Nazi and wishing harm is the right move here? Or should we be trying to... Wait, what? Which guy? Who am I calling a Nazi? I'm not calling anybody a fucking Nazi. I've been very careful in the way that I've like talked about this. What do you mean? What are you talking about? There's a whole month of Pride, but veterans only get one damn day. To hell with Pride Month. Yeah, dude. You know there's fucking trans and gay veterans too, right? You idiot. Shut the fuck up. You don't give a fuck about veterans, okay? Leave this stream right now and go suck the cock of a veteran and don't come back until you are full of his cummies, okay? I don't want to fucking hear from you. What have you done for a goddamn veteran? Suck my dick. This bitch-ass motherfucker only remembers veterans when it's like using veterans against another fucking marginalized group. Pride Month isn't a fucking federal holiday. It's just a bunch of brands and a bunch of organizations basically saying, hey, let's not fucking hate crime gay people, okay? Love is love. Be accepting. And then motherfuckers go, oh, dude, that's unacceptable. That's grooming. That's pedophilia, actually. God damn, dude. Also, isn't there a whole month, a military appreciation month? Isn't that? There's definitely like a couple different months that actually appreciate our, brave soldiers. But you don't know about that because you don't give a fuck. You don't care. And I don't either. I don't know about that either. Okay? I don't. Because that's the reality. If you care about veterans, go fucking fight your congressperson to ensure that the VA is adequately funded. If you care about fucking veterans, go do that shit, dumbass. Don't fucking cry about it here to be like, oh, what about pride? Every 22 minutes, a veteran is fucking killing themselves. They're on the goddamn streets. They're fucking homeless. You don't give a single shit about the housing market. I've never heard you fucking go out of your way to fight against that. Okay? And then you turn around and you're like, oh, what about pride? Like, fuck you. It's so insincere. It's so disingenuous. You just heard another person say that, a person that you probably look up to, and you just repeated that in here because it's just a talking point to you. Okay? November has Veterans Day. May has Memorial Day. The whole month of May is Military Appreciation Month. Yeah. They like... This country doesn't give a fuck about veterans, okay? Just like they don't give a fuck about gay people and trans people and shit, okay? You understand that? They don't give a fuck. They do not care. But the difference is no one loses their mind when like the MLB or the NFL actually at least like trots out a